What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dude Ranch DIY. My name is Jake.
And I'm Chris.
And if you've been watching the channel for any amount of time, you know that we use IBC totes for our firewood. And you've probably seen the way that we dump, or I dump, the firewood totes in the back of my hook lift dumpster truck, which is right over here. I put the can on the ground like it is right now. I drive into the back and I flip over the IBC totes with my set of pallet forks. Whoa. Now, that has worked really well for a long period of time. I've dumped hundreds of totes like that, either into the back of the dumpster can or the dump trailer. Chris has done a couple. It works pretty well, right?
Yeah, it works great for our operation.
Right, and for what it is, you know, it's just standard set of pallet forks. Now, there is a thing on the market, an item that we have been told so many times that we should get, and it is a set of rotating pallet forks, and that is what this is right here behind me. These are a brand new set of rotating pallet forks. They are not mine quite yet. I guess the biggest thing is, to determine if I'm going to purchase these forks is whether or not they work for a compact tractor such as mine. I have a Kubota L3901. It's a 39 horsepower tractor, and it lifts up the totes just fine. You know, heavy totes, heavy green, full totes of oak and everything, totes of ash, maple, you name it, it picks it up. But the difference with these rotating pallet forks is just the sheer weight of them. They not only have your standard pallet fork, you know, cage here, but they also have this whole other portion which allows them to rotate. Now, if you couldn't tell, these are from my buddy AJ Shaver over at Shaver Specialty Services and Sales. Here is all of his information. If you are interested in a set of rotating pallet forks for your skid steer or tractor, definitely give him a call. This is actually his only set that he has right now. This is brand new, and we are testing them out for the first time here on Dude Ranch DIY. Chris, why don't you hop on the tractor and show them what they look like in motion. Now, these are rated for 4,000 pounds of weight, so they are definitely beefy pallet forks. And I mean, I don't know if you could tell on camera, but you can see it here. Just the thickness of all the metal and the way that it's been designed. They are definitely no slouch and would be totally at home on the front of a big skid steer. And just like that, they flip right over, 180 degrees, nice and slow and controlled, and they go back, just like so. So like I said, the real question here is whether or not they're going to work for my needs. So I want to see how a tractor of this size handles dumping full totes of wood into the back of the International dumpster can by driving into the back and maybe even up and over the side of the dumpster can. Because of that additional weight, I want to make sure that the tractor can safely lift it, and I feel comfortable lifting that much weight up that high. So that's what we're going to do right now.
All right, first test for this is going to be a heavy green tote of oak that we split in the last video. Like I just said, this is green oak. It's the heaviest, most dense wood that we pretty much come up with in the Northeast here. So it definitely picks it up to a workable travel height at idle. Now this is a little bit higher of an idle, and it's not having any issue picking up this full green tote to truck bed height. That's more than enough height for us to get that in the bed of a pickup truck, in the bed of the International, even if it's up on top of the truck. And you can see the wheels aren't coming off the ground.
No, I feel really stable. This is a tote that I literally just put here. This is the last tote I split like a matter of 2 days ago. This is all red oak and white oak that was all standing alive green from trees that we cut down here in the wood yard. So the fact that it's lifting up this high, and it probably could go a little bit higher, but I don't want to keep lifting it up without tilting it forward. And I know as soon as I start tilting it forward to level out the tote, it's not going to lift up any higher. But I'm never going to be dumping full totes of green oak, you know. So that was just a test to see if we could lift it up, and I definitely can. Now I think I'll pick up this tote of dry ash over here, and we'll dump that into the back of the dumpster can. Also, I just want to say, this tractor, no way in hell would it have done that prior to these new lift and curl cylinders from Hydros Plus. If you guys didn't check out that video, go back, swapped out the cylinders to make it strong.
Nice full tote of ash at idle.
As you can see, it's lifting up the ash, no problem at all. You know, so that's a good thing. Let's go see how it dumps it.
So this is just for testing purposes. We never typically load over the side of the dumpster can, but we want to show you that this tractor is capable of getting up over the dumpster can. So we thought it might all fall out if we left the door open. Wound up closing the door, got our camera set, get you guys a beautiful viewing experience here.
All right, here we go. First dump with the rotating pallet forks on a compact tractor. Definitely on Dude Ranch DIY, maybe even on YouTube. All right, now one thing, I mean, that worked awesome. That was really cool. But one thing I immediately noticed is look at this. We're so excited here, we forgot to spread the forks out.
Oh boy.
Of the tote. So the tote just slid around an awful lot. But by adjusting the forks, which, you know, we can do, by adjusting these out, still pretty new, so bear with me. I think we probably want it on this. There we go. There we go. That's probably a little better as far as getting shaken around. All right, I mean, so that seemed to work pretty well. Dumping over the side of the dumpster can like we did is something that I've never really done before, just because I'm not able to dump the tote the way that I normally do. But like you could see, all the wood landed in there pretty nice, and I would easily be able, and quickly at that, be able to load up several IBC totes full of firewood, you know, come the delivery season, into the back of the can or the trailer, because the sides on the dumpster can and the trailer are just about the same height. Okay, so now because I'm crazy and I don't mind a little bit of hard work, I'm gonna try and dump a second tote, just because one, dumping the first one was a lot of fun, and two, if I'm gonna be buying these things, I wanna make sure that they're gonna do everything that I want and more. So I'm going to try this time dumping it from the back of the dumpster can with the door open, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so dumping there with the rotating pallet forks from the back of the can was no problem whatsoever. We spilled one piece of wood and two pieces of wood right here. So this is pretty cool. Obviously, the fact that I use IBC totes and have so many of them, these rotating pallet forks will prove to be pretty useful, I think, during the delivery season. So let me know what you think about them down in the comments below. What did you think about how that went?
I think it went pretty well. I'm more curious how you felt sitting in the driver's seat with the movement of the weight and the shift of everything as the tote was being dumped.
So that was something that I was kind of curious how it was going to feel as well. But aside from the initial, when it started to go, I really didn't feel it all that much. Like once, because as you're dumping it, it's not like all the weight is staying in the tote. As you're dumping it, there's wood falling out. So that weight is instantly being relieved, you know, like the pressure. Now, if you had like a cap or something on the top and you were just rotating all the weight and the wood wasn't falling out, I think it would be a different story. But you definitely feel the weight of it, especially being up that high. I think coming into the dumpster can from the back would still probably be my, you know, preferred method of dumping if I was just doing 1 or 2 totes to a delivery. But knowing that I have the capability of offering, you know, a full 2-core delivery and being able to dump 6 totes in the back without having to hand throw any of it, I think is a pretty nice option. It's definitely faster than flipping, you know, the full totes of wood down and over and picking them up from the bottom. I think it'll probably ultimately in the long run be easier on the totes as well. So let us know in the comments below what you think about these. I can't tell you how many times we've gotten suggested in the comments that I should get a set of rotating pallet forks. Again, these are being offered from Shaver Specialty Services and Sales. Go to shaverequipment.com if you're interested. You can request a quote and just put in the subject line, you know, rotator forks or something like that. They're so new, I don't even think they're up on his website yet. AJ was literally just here, dropped them off quick, and said that we could play around with them for a little bit here. So that's what we're doing. It's supposed to dump rain tomorrow, so I don't know if we'll get a video in. So we're just kind of making this little quick one here now, and hopefully we'll get to play with these a little bit more in the future. I believe he said they're going to be selling for $4,400. There is an optional, you know, side arm that would come out from the side, pin on to then support the load or, you know, the tote, whatever you're dumping from the side when it starts to rotate. I think that's going to come at an additional cost. And AJ, of course, could get you a quote on shipping based on where you live. But 4,000 pound rating, $4,400. I think that's significantly below the cost of a lot of the competition. I know I've seen a lot of these forks advertised for like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, even $8,000, some of them. And a lot of the time they're built super heavy duty. This is rated for 4,000 pounds, which, don't get me wrong, is still a very, you know, hefty amount of weight. But, you know, some other companies that advertise them, they go up like 6,000, 8,000 pounds. And that's just simply, if you're just dumping firewood like I am, that's just overkill. So I think this is a really nice, yeah, way overkill, way overkill. That's like dumping 2 of the tractor or something like that. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed this one. I was super excited to play with this because it's been something that I've seen online. I've never seen a compact tractor do it, and I was pretty curious if my tractor was going to be able to.
Yeah, it's like almost daily he's coming up to me. Do you think my tractor's going to be able to lift those forks? I don't know. We got to figure it out. We're going to try it.
Yeah, and I mean, a big part of why I did the loader cylinder upgrade was to compensate for the additional weight of a set of forks like this, because it is something that I have been thinking about for a really, really long time. So as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button down below. Really appreciate it. Questions, comments, feedback on these here rotating forks from Shaver Equipment, drop it down in the comments section. But for now, I'm Jake.
And I'm Chris.
This is Dude Ranch DIY. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you here next time.